But verse 3 says, thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Jesus Christ. Now, this is the bread and butter of what I want to deal with today. Endure hardness. Hardness in this passage is a Greek word that is used to mean undergo hardship. In other words, to be afflicted, endure affliction, hardness, and or suffer trouble. Now, I have two perspectives I want to give in reference to this today for your consideration. The first in reference to enduring hardness. To endure a thing means to hold out against something, to sustain oneself in it without impairment or weakening or yielding. Paul encouraged Timothy, this is how you should respond to hardships, trouble, afflictions, and tough times. Holding out against them, not allowing them to make you surrender. Sustaining yourself without weakening or yielding or giving in. Beloved, let's be real. During trying times like these, if you're not careful, faith and conviction becomes an afterthought. These are the moments that words become either just words that we confess or words we live by. And the Apostle Paul gives us the model of how we should respond as a good soldier. This is where that resolve kicks in that we talked about. This is where that soldier-like mindset becomes or begins operating. For when soldiers are in the midst of battle, it's not just the need for survival that they're driven by, but it's about obtaining the victory. Their training, their dedication, their sacrifices, all these things that they endure is not just so they can get into the battle and hope they survive, but it's about beating and overcoming the odds and the opposition. And soldiers are trained for every possible scenario and encounter that they may face. And many of the trainings are done simulating real time. They've trained to have the temperament they need to function in the midst of chaos so they can stay focused on the mission. And in verse 4, the Apostle Paul gives one last sentiment about what it means to be a soldier of the Lord Jesus Christ. Verse 4 says, no man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier. Listen, when soldiers are in the midst of battle, they have to focus because focus helps secure survival and focus helps secure victory. I'm pretty sure my brothers and sisters who are in the midst of battle aren't thinking about, did the kids get dropped off at daycare this morning? Is the electric bill paid? Or did my spouse take my clothes to the cleaners? Probably not. But they're thinking about what they need to do to overcome and win the battle. The Amplified Bible says, no soldier in service gets entangled in the enterprises of civilian life. That's powerful. But then listen to the ending of this. It says, his aim is to satisfy and please the one who enlisted him. Listen, those military insignias, the badges and the bars, that speak of their dedication, skills obtained, their special achievements, their combat action. Those things speak to the satisfaction and the pleasing of the one who enlisted them, and they're being acknowledged for it. Listen, we got more to unpack, and I want to touch on that other perspective when we come back.